What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the channel, watching the video. Today we are going to do a product review for a food dehydrator. First of all, let me show you my old food dehydrator. I'm sure many of y'all have this. It's this monster. This thing's huge. It does dehydrate a lot, though. I mean, the racks are big. You can fit a lot on it. It's got a total of 4 racks, but storage in this thing, it takes up a lot of space in your pantry or wherever you store this thing. And you plug it in, it turns off, unplug it, plug it in, it turns on, unplug it, it turns off. You've got a dial that you set the temperature. That's it. That's as far as it goes. It doesn't have a timer, anything like that. Well, I decided to upgrade. So I found one on Amazon called the Vassillias food dehydrator. $35 or something. Here's the real price that I paid for it. But anyway, it's 5 shelves. Anyway, it's a much smaller dehydrator. It's got 5 shelves. Again, it's smaller and it's rectangular. It's smaller, it's rectangular, much smaller profile, so it's going to be easier to store in my pantry. It's got a digital timer. It's got a digital thermometer, so you can set it to run for 130 degrees for 4 hours. Unlike that one, you just plug it in, set a timer. You can't leave. This one you could plug in, set the new one, set the timer, do what you got to do. It'll turn itself off. You're drying it, it doesn't matter. It's going to be dried if it sits out. So anyway, we're going to unbox this thing. We're going to run a batch of beef jerky. So I wanted to run, I don't like teriyaki flavor too much, so I decided to get to make a different kind of beef jerky. So I'm making a real basic beef jerky. Again, we're not testing beef jerky. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, is beef jerky in this new dehydrator. See how it works, see if it's worth investing and changing from the old one to the new one, and if I think it's worth the price. But I'm just tired of washing it, and that's another one, that old one, that thing's a beast to wash because the racks don't fit in the sink. You got to sit there and like roll it and try to. It's a beast. But anyway, the new one, hopefully, it's going to be a good investment. So let's give it a try. This is the Vassillias food processor. I got it on Amazon. Let's unbox this thing and make some beef jerky and try it. Oh, if you're not subscribers, stop right now. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys. Let's get it unboxed. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open this box. This is the Vassillias food dehydrator. First of all, the packaging. This did come in a separate box inside, with this box inside another box. If this wasn't shipped, kind of have a pet peeve when Amazon just slaps a label on something like this and ships it, but this was inside an Amazon box. So plus for that, it's a box. It is what it is. It's a real box. Okay, so you may be saying, why do I say that's a real box? It's a little backstory I'm going to tell you. Waste a minute here. I used to work with this guy named Jeff, or we called him Jeffy. Great guy, super fun. We laughed a lot at work, but he was the manager of our lab, and we received this huge machine, and it came in this huge crate, this wooden crate, and they had unpacked it and installed this machine. And this big crate was in the middle of the floor, and it was just sitting there. We were talking about it, and we are saying, what are we going to do with this? We're in a small office on the 2nd floor in a physician's building. And anyway, we're talking about this huge wooden box, and he said, that's a box. That's real box. So that's when I say that's real box. That's what I'm talking about. That's Jeffy saying, that's real box. Let's open it up. Opening it from the bottom. Oh well. Let's see what she's got. It's very lightweight, by the way. It's not heavy at all. Well, there's not a ton to the thing. Okay. It's tiny. There's more. This must be the shells. Yeah. That's all for the box. The real box. And let's open this up. Remember, save your packaging in case it doesn't work and you got to send it back to Amazon. I always save packaging for a day or so. So we have, oh, it's taped. That makes sense. Not super sticky, that's good. Did I leave residue? No, no residue. Okay, there is my instructions. Parts and features. Now, there's that. Okay, here's a big thought of mine. Okay, this, like the other one, does not come out, so you can't clean it. You can't take this out and clean it, but I'll survive. Here's the front and the underside. Here is the plug. Very simple. I do like it is small. It's a lot smaller than the other one, so we are using a lot less space. So that's got its pros and cons. We're not going to be able to dehydrate as much, but storage on the other one is a monster. So I do say that's a plus. This is a lot smaller, but it is easier, a lot easier to store. Oh, there's, it's like, what is going on here? There's tape on this as well. We can take that tape off if I can find it. The end of it. Wow, much easier just to cut it. I can't find the end of it. Yeah, Vassillias. If y'all could make the tape a different color, that might be a little handy. But all right, so I'm going to wash all of this, and I have been pre-marinating some beef. We're going to put that in, and we'll load it, and we'll take a look at it and see what it looks like. Okay, guys, speaking a little about the prep work. So I marinated beef to make jerky. So what I bought was the pre-cut beef for stir fry. It was easier than slicing it. I just saw it in the store and I was like, hey, that's a great idea. I'll just use that. It's a pretty good thickness. So I marinated it in a basic beef jerky. I don't like the teriyaki, so I opted not for that. So this is kind of a marinade with smoke, liquid smoke, and mustard and rice wine vinegar and some lemon and pepper. So anyway, I put this on and I just stacked the pieces like this. This is the 5 trays. And when I was done, I just kind of sprinkled some lemon pepper on it. So anyway, that's my 5 trays that are stacked. And I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to fit it all, but it really did. So we're about to put that on the dehydrator. All right, kids, this is the dehydrator. It's plugged in, ready to go. So we're going to set it on it just like that. It kind of locks in place. We'll put our lid on it, which it doesn't lock, but it snaps in place. So we're ready to go with that. So this recipe says we need to run it at high temp, which on this is, I believe, 156. We need to run it on high for 2 hours. Then we're going to turn it down to 145 for 4 hours. So we're going to do the initial run for 2 hours at the highest temperature. So let's set that. Now, let's see if I can show you how to do this. So you've got your buttons across. You have set, up, down, on, and off. You turn it on initially. It's going to go to the initial heat setting of 122, and it's going to set itself for 10 hours. So if you push it first, you're going to go to your timer setting. You're going to go down, and it goes in 10-minute increments. So we want to set it to 2 hours. Now we're going to push set again. That's going to take it to a temperature. We're going to go up to the highest sentence. I think it's 156 or 155. A little bit more. It's a weird, like 158. Okay. We're going to just let it go like that. It's going to take over the timer. It's going to run. When it's done, it's going to beep like 5 times and say, hey, we're done. And it's going to turn it off and say end, which will come back, reset it to the lower setting of 145 and set it for 4 hours. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear it. Not that loud. It sounds like an exhaust fan on a stove. It's not really, really loud. So, anyway, kids, we're going to let that run for 2 hours, reset it, and then check it again at the end and see how it goes. All right, kids, I cut this off really early. It did not take the amount of time that it said. Let's take it out and look at it and see what it looks like. I mean, I cut it off like 3 hours early, 2 hours. I ran it for two. uh, I ran it the initial hot time and then like an hour of the low temperature, and it's completely done. It's ready to go. So let's take it out and we'll take a look at it. So here we go. Let's pop it off. First of all, we'll just look underneath and see if we had drippage, which, no, no, good shape. Not hot. So let's open up the racks and see what the jerky looks like. All right, kids, take the lid off. It's still warm, so we do want to let it cool, but good texture. Pliable. Did not stick. One thing I did notice, it's not stuck, that's a plus, is that it does not come with the liners. A lot of these hydrators come with the liners that you use to make leathers, like fruit roll-ups and stuff like that. So that's something I did notice. If you're wanting a fruit roll-up, you need to find something with a liner. It does not have that. Man, it does not stick. My old one, every time the jerky would stick. All right. There we go. There is our bowl of beef jerky. Not really doing a beef jerky recipe, but we can look at the texture of the jerky. So, I mean, pulls apart good. Sometimes you can make jerky and it'll just be crunchy. It's just wrong. You do want to have a little leather to it. So it's got a nice pull apart. Delicious. See, that's good. To me, that's perfect. I like it. And one of the things about those, the size of this, you can put this in your sink and wash it. Totally easy to clean. The other ones are huge. The old one that I have that's round, it's really hard to wash. So these are going to be easy peasy to take care of and to maintain. So the bottom line, what do I think of it? I really like it. One thing, I like the timer, the fact that I can cut it in. I could set this thing and go do something, cut it off. It cuts itself off. My old one does not have it. It's on or off. It runs nonstop. The other one, the old one, the round one, is loud. This one was not loud. I barely noticed it was on. Like I said, it's about the sound of an oven fan going. It's not loud at all. So I'm going to give this thing a thumbs up. Disadvantage, the trays are not that big, but I mean, I fit the whole tray of that I had of beef jerky. I made the whole thing. But if you've got a lot to dehydrate, you're going to have to make several batches of that. So that's all I got to say about that. One downside about it is the size of the trays. It is small. I mean, it does give you advantage to store the device. It's small size wise, and it's easy to store, but you do lose that advantage for the amount that you can dehydrate at one time. And usually, when you're going to dehydrate, you're going to do a bunch. You're not going to do just an apple at a time. So keep that in mind. But for beef jerky, you're probably not going to do a 10-pound roast to do beef jerky. You're going to do a little bit at a time. So keep that in mind too. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to get rid of my old one in case I do have to do 10 pounds of jerky. I'll keep it on the side, but I'm definitely taking it out of the kitchen where I have it now. It takes up a lot of space, so it's going to get replaced with this little boy, and it's gonna sit on the little shelf that I have in the pantry where I'll have a lot more free space than the big one. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have one, let me know what you think about it. Have anything you want me to try? Send me a note. Send me an email. Email is right here. If you're not subscribers, do take a second, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us, guys. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there, but above all, be nice to each other.